Good evening, good evening, good evening. Noswatha. Hello, Croiser. Let's jump into the raid tournament. That's why we're here. Jungle Showdown event has started. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Hello, you. No challenger can be victorious against my survival skills, boss. He's not very good. You never see that hero in like anything. Yeah, I mean, he's a hero you have to basically buy, and you never see him. This guy does come up, Von Hagen. We shall see about that. It all comes down to team composition in the end. We'll show them, boss. They have no idea what awaits in the jungle. She's not very good either. You never. Basically, I'd rate heroes on how often you see them in other people's teams, and like most of them, you just never see. So what? Which color? Oh, hang on. That's not what I want to do. Which color event have we got? Red. It is the red event. The red event. Anyway, let's come off that. Right. So I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's a first. Second, maybe no, okay, maybe fourth, fifth. No, probably more than that. Anyway, never mind. Let's just to forget about that. Let's just jump into the tournament. So, bloody battle, 3-star, 5-star, no red, 3-star, no red. So obviously, you should have a green tank, in my opinion. People are getting away with it with other tanks, and I can see how. I mean, some of the heroes are quite powerful. A green tank. Yellow tank, now CMYK, but then they've gone with 2 greens. So they kind of, I'd expect to see greens prevalent. Not necessarily as the tank. I mean, personally, I would put them as the tank, but prevalently featured. And I mean, that's sort of certainly coming across the board here. Victoria is a very popular tank. I think it was one team there didn't have a green tank, and they did have 2 or 3 greens. Forgive me, I should have actually known that. Anyway, that's my. Do you know? Sometimes I often think when I stop talking and just make funny noises, I sound like Boris Johnson, who, for the American audiences, may not know is a clown. Anyway, so here we are, top 25% again. My team are. I've had some bad defenses. I'm doing very, very well. Thank you. So, like I say, I mean, my team's just the green team. I just went green, and there we are. And it just shows. I mean, there's no way you would run that defense team if you could choose which color you were taking against it. I am this team. I'm just going to go for it with what I got. I'm going to hope Piston is. I think Piston's quite a good tank personally. It's obviously working out reasonably well for this guy because he has got, his team was in the top, he was like 1,500, something like that, which is pretty good going. Now, this is where, it's not been an amazing board so far. I mean, you'd say that I would describe this as a pretty good board. And as a pretty good board, it is doing me okay. And yeah, it's paid off. So mono on this particular board, I will definitely get away with. Often, the advantages of mono, a single color, is the tile damage just shoots up. I mean, this will kill. Anyway, so the extra tile damage you can do, admittedly, only with certain tiles. Now, obviously, you possibly it would balance out, but I still find it just works really well. Here, I mean, I could go with yellows, I could go with purples, but whichever one I go with, I'd have the same issue. So I may as well just stick to what I've got. This is obviously somebody who is a big spender. So I'm not strong against anyone, but it's very hard to be strong against anyone when they've got this. And here we are. I mean, this is one where I'm basically getting away with it. I think I probably am far enough ahead that I can't really lose now. I may well regret saying that. I'm so far ahead, I can't lose. But it has that feel to it. That said, I still want to get some green tiles in play. CMYK is a very good hero, a very good 3-star. You see CMYK come up a lot. The accuracy down CMYK does is worth a lot. For anybody who doesn't know, as I must admit, I didn't know, CMYK is all computer colours. It's the colours of the visual spectrum. The colours of the visual spectrum, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, CMYK. I can't remember what was K. no, cyan, magenta. Can't remember what K was. Cappuccino. Hang on. Hang on. Most of the words I'm thinking of all start with a C. I often say this: English is a crazy language. There's too many words that sound like they should start with a C. K's and C's are interchangeable in English, almost. In Welsh, the letter K doesn't exist. It is true. The Welsh do not have the letter K. The letter C makes a K sound, and it never makes any other sound. It's one thing. I must admit. I'm not. I know I often talk about Welsh. I'm not Welsh, but I am. I'm very English, but I just love the way that in Welsh the spelling rules just don't change. It's this letter makes that sound, and there's no like you don't have it's a soft S that makes a sound. It's an S. So not a soft S, a soft C. So the soft C makes a sound rather than a K sound, and you're like, well, why? In Welsh, it's like, no, it's a K, it's a C. It makes a K sound. Doesn't do anything else. Just makes a K sound. That's why it's that letter, and I admire that. Anyway, I'm not even changing my team here. I'm just going in for each one with a second. There is the obvious. I say obvious. The downside is if you go for the same team over and over and over again, you do seem to be punished by the game. Not necessarily because what you're doing is wrong or anything else. You just seem to start getting given bad boards, in my experience. Today, in fairness, it's not shaping out too badly. Maybe. Now, CMYK will blind. Right, so 2 of my heroes are dead. 1 has been killed. There were, I think all of those actually hit. This should take out CMYK. Nobody can revive, which is actually quite... I'd forgotten this in the earlier part of the tournament. There is no revive. So even heroes that have a nasty tendency of reviving every single time. Yep. See, that wasn't going too bad. Boom, crash and burn. This is, oh my goodness me. That is like literally the worst team you could possibly take on this tournament. I'm guessing this guy's just got confused about the colour ratio. Trop, I'm sorry, you've got confused, mate. You can't take reds, which means that reds is strong against green. So green is the obvious colour to take for your defensive. Blue is almost the worst choice because almost the only colour that's weak against blue is red, and that's the only colour you can't take. So you cannot take the colour that is weak against what you're fielding. So your team, whoever you face, all of their heroes will do at least average damage, if not more. And I mean, blimey, yeah, that's wow. That's one of the quickest raids ever for me. I mean, what was that, 10, 15 seconds? So yeah, don't take the wrong colour and don't go mono in that colour. And I bet, where am I right? Let's have a look on the leaderboard. I'll be about 600. 446. So, and I guess that gives you an idea of how many people are playing. Top 1% is looking at being about 300. So 300 another 2, about 30,000-ish regular players. That's about right, I guess. 30,000. That seems a bit low, but I guess it's where we are. There we go. So, collect my bling. Anyway, there we go. Collect me other bling. There we go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. As ever, do please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I've just pressed the wrong thing. I was going, can I remove that? Claim. There we go. In the meantime, it just remains for me to say au revoir, goodbye, and may death come swiftly to your enemies. Oh, come back. There we go. May death come swiftly to your enemies.